We're going to explain how to do random sampling in Excel. There are several ways to achieve this, depending on what kind of random sample you need. And using the rand function and sorting. This is a simple method for creating a random sample without replacement, meaning you won't select the same item twice. First, let's say your data is in column A, starting from A1. In column B, next to each data point, enter the formula xrand. This will generate a random number between 0 and 1 for each row. Then select both columns A and B and sort them by column B in ascending order. The top rows will now represent your random sample. You can choose the number of rows at the top to define your sample size. Example: if you want a sample of 10 from 100 data points, you'd take the top 10 rows after sorting. This method is easy to understand and use, but can be time-consuming for very large data sets. Using the rand between function and conditional formatting. This method is useful for selecting a specific number of random samples from a larger data set. Let's say you have 100 data points in column A and you want a sample of 20. In a separate column, e.g. just column C, use the formula rand between 1,100 in 20 rows. This generates 20 random numbers between 1 and 100. Now use conditional formatting to highlight the rows in column A that correspond to the numbers in column C. The highlighted rows will be your random sample. This avoids sorting the entire dataset, potentially saving time. 3. Using the index and rand between functions. This is a more advanced method that directly selects random data points without the need for sorting or helper columns. Let's say your data is in column A from A1 to A100 and you want a sample of 5. In a new column, e.g. column B, you could enter the formula index AA rand between 1,100 and drag it down for 5 rows. This formula randomly selects a row number between 1 and 100 and then uses the index function to return the value from column A in that row. This approach is concise and efficient for larger data sets. Remember that this is with replacement, meaning you could potentially pick the same item more than once. If you need without replacement, it requires a more complex formula or VBA macro. 4. Using the Data Analysis Tool Pack. Excel's Data Analysis Tool Pack offers a sampling option. First, ensure the tool pack is enabled. Go to File Options Add-ins, Manage Excel Add-ins, and check Analysis Tool Pack. Then, go to Data Analysis Sampling. Select your input range, choose Random as the sampling method, specify your sample size, and choose an output range. This is often the easiest and most efficient method for large datasets, particularly if you require sampling without replacement. Remember to adapt these methods to your specific needs and dataset size. Experiment with these techniques to find the one that best suits your workflow and data. Always double-check your results to ensure your sample accurately represents your overall dataset.